Hello everybody. What did I think of Stranger Things Season 5? It was good. The final battle was cool. The Harry Potter Will scenes were fun. The set pieces were fun. The cinematography was cool. There were flaws. There were a lot of flaws, but it was definitely not as bad as The Boys or Game of Thrones. I will say I felt like there was a lack of character development on some characters like Eleven and even the villain, Vecna or Henry. There was not a lot of explanation for the mind flare, which is kind of sad. I wish they would explore that more. Elephant in the room, Will coming out as gay in front of everyone. I liked it. I don't see a problem. People were so mad about it. They review bombed all the season 5 episodes. How much of a pussy can you be? How much of a snowflake can you be? I was like, okay, this is gonna be like 20 minutes of Will being like, I am gay. I am gay. You know what it was? Everybody, I don't like girls. Not in that way. I like men. I like big schlongs. It was sad. I found it to be sad. I was lost for words when people hated on it so much. It was like 5 minutes. It was like 5 minutes of guys. Vecna is gonna look through my deepest fears. I need to tell you my deepest fear. I am gay. That's it. That was literally it. And people were acting like Will was spending the entire 20 minutes in the penultimate episode being like, hey Nancy, I am gay. Hey Mike, I am gay. Does that deserve a 1 star? Not in my opinion. Nancy is fucking badass. I don't care what anybody says. Holy fuck. Her shooting the monster when the monster's like crawling to her, the face through the rocks, and she's just like Rambo. Oh my god. My eyes came. That was fucking metal. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. And also it's daylight. You don't see this much. It was fucking metal. Oh my god. Elle's death. That was kind of sad. They kind of left it open. I personally think she's still alive. There's a lot of evidence, but it was kind of sad. Man, the ending was super sad. The actors were crying for real. That was like real crying. Okay, so what did I dislike? Like I said, I think some story development could have been broader. But the upside down reveal that it's a wormhole. Yeah, season 5 did a lot good in my book. Oh, and the Will episode where he ends with being the sorcerer. God. Season 5 had hype moments. I'm so annoyed. Well, not really, but I'm so sad that politics and hatred for gay people, or at least a coming out scene, has made season 5 so despised. I think it was fine. It was really fine, and the coming out scene wasn't bad. I literally... Of course, it's a Stranger Things season. It's a teen show. It's for teenagers. It's for, there's gonna be wacky dialogue. There's gonna be some cringe moments. But Stranger Things always has wacky dialogue and cringe moments. But there were definitely other flaws. Hate or love Will's coming out scene. There were definitely other flaws. I can definitely see that. Like, some of the acting and some of the character development was pretty Like, Mike and Eleven didn't feel like a couple. They kind of just felt like, hey, hug, done. Their scenes were very short. I think it's a good way to end. You emotionally end it. It doesn't feel like Game of Thrones where it's just shit. It doesn't feel like The Boys where it's like... The Boys was underwhelming, but also they didn't resolve a lot. Stranger Things resolved the plot, even if the Vecna boss fight was too quick. Or Joyce slamming Vecna with the axe. Don't fuck with my family. I mean, that's so cool. I was literally smiling. But I think Stranger Things is one of those finales. It tries to do a lot. It fails at some things, but it generally succeeds. You get emotional satisfaction, which I didn't get with The Boys. The Boys felt like it didn't end. When it ended, I was like, that's it? What about VOD Entertainment, Stan Edgar, you know what I mean? Homelander died in like 3 minutes. And yes, Vecna also died in 3 minutes, but I don't know, The Boys had much more going wrong with season 5. Stranger Things season 5 still had amazing set pieces, amazing VFX, amazing acting for most part, amazing cliffhangers, and even if the boss fight was tiny, at least Stranger Things Season 5 had an insanely good looking boss fight. The boss was literally scorched carpet. I love that meme. Stranger Things was at least they were pretty decent. If there's one thing I would change, death. Come on. That's the one thing I was like, oh, of course. I don't know, in season 4 and 5, I was like, okay, these are not dying. And it really pulled away from some scenes when someone was close to dying, a main character. I was like, yeah, they're not gonna die. In season 1, 2 and 3, I was like, okay, people could die, Bob and Hopper after season 3's cliffhanger, but season 4 and 5 were like, oh, that's someone falling off a building, they're gonna, like Holly is falling out the sky, she's gonna get platted. Nope. Vecna brings her back. That's Steve falling from the sky tower. Nope, he gets saved by Jonathan. What I mean to say is, I didn't think both of them were dead. I already had that expectation of, it's Stranger Things, they love their main characters, they're not gonna die. And I think that's one that a lot of shows have, this fear of killing main characters. You don't have to do that, but I do feel like it amplifies the stakes. There are so many people nearly died. The parents in Stranger Things Season 5, Hopper and 3, there's so many people who nearly died. I feel like if some, Max, I feel like if some of them died for real, we could have more emotions, more sadness, but also more emotion. I don't know, that's really what I'm trying to say. Season 5 lacked that because I subconsciously knew people were gonna live. I had this feeling they weren't gonna kill off anyone, and I was right. I think they killed off the 8, but who cares about 8? Okay, here's the military. Boom, 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 boom. We're gonna get you. Vecna kills everyone. Boom, we're back. We're gonna get you. And that's it. The woman, the boss woman, didn't even get killed. So it's like, okay, military storyline, But we did get that awesome Vecna destroying the military base, Will becoming a sorcerer scene. That was pretty cool. Thank you for listening to my review. I think it was alright. It was happy. I'm happy with the ending. I'm happy how they spent 20-30 minutes. No, it was an hour. They spent an hour ending the show after Vecna. And I liked that. Some people might not like it, but I liked that because these characters are actually moving on in real life and in the universe. It's nice. And I liked it. Oh, it's almost 10 minutes for me, so I'm gonna end this recording when it hits 10 minutes exactly.